Hello everybody, Attack Power here with another game of Steel Division 2 here between Koenig and JeffJefferson from the FOB or FOB Discord tournament. Let's dive right in here to Haroshaje, and on the left in the red we have Koenig playing DBSAS on balanced income, and on the right in the blue we have JeffJefferson playing first Piechoty on Maverick income. So some really interesting deck builds here, some really interesting stuff. I honestly didn't think I'd be seeing DBSAS on this map, but you know, at the same time, there's not a lot of maps this division would be super good on, so maybe this is just one of them. It's just one, and Koenig is definitely, if there's something of an expert in this division, I would probably put it as Koenig. So let's check these out here. Sorry if I have trouble. I'm still traveling and my screen is quite small, so we'll see what we can do here. So in the recon tab, the Panhard there, the Saboteurs, then B-Phase, Stuart, and Cavalry Scouts. So nice recon tab here to be sure. The infantry tab here, 90 infantry. This is the most I've ever seen Koenig use ever. I'm not even kidding. I've never seen Koenig have this many infantry in his infantry tab. So we have the SAS group, the Maquisards, 2 cards of those, the Group FM, nice double LMG unit there, and the SAS Chasseurs along with an SAS leader. B phase, a singular card of Chasseurs, and then C phase, 3 cards here. Maquisards, armored rifles, and a leader. So definitely a wacky infantry tab here. I understand why based on this division, but it is still a wacky tab. The tank tab here, the FFI H39, absolutely abysmal little tank. The FFI Char B1, love that thing. Panzer IV there in B phase, Panzer IV, and then an M4A176 card in C, double vetted. The support tab, we have Hotchkiss, a Commander, don't see him using that often either. Commander, MG34, ammo, and the M4A3, 2K HE support. The AT tab, SAS Piechoty, the nice little fun cannon there, the Pack 38, Pack 40, and Hellcats there. The AA tab, not great, the 25mm and the M15 is it. RD tab, very small here. We just have the mortars and the off-map. And the air tab, quite strong here with the P-47s, fighter and AT and bomber variants, F6 recon in B phase. Okay, probably phase locked, I'd assume. And the A-20G bomber in C phase. On the other side, first Piechoty, division around for a lot longer here. We can definitely see the difference here with the Maverick build. We have recon tab, quite solid. We have the universal carrier, the Zviad Koni there, the Zadochi, Su-57 and T-34-76. Infantry tab, only 52 units of infantry here. I mean, it makes sense for Maverick, but still quite low, especially for this infantry-based division. We have a leader there. We have the Fitzliezi, sorry, pronunciation guide, Streltsy, the Sapazi Rocks, or sorry, Streltsy LKM, 2 of those cards, but in different transport. One comes in a half-track and the other doesn't. One comes in the M3A1 half-track, the other does not. B-phase, we have the Descent, I'm not even going to try, the Sapazi and Streltsy LKM. A lot of these double-vetted, all of them single-vetted for sure. The tank tab here, T-70, T-34-76, T-34E, all in A phase, and B phase, a T-34E card again. Support tab, not good. We have the CKM, which I think is just like a Maxim, the 52P assault gun, and the Studebaker. The AT tab here, the M42 Su-76 card as this 3 card, and Su-85. AA tab, really solid, 37 mils and 85 mils there. The RD tab here, we have a card of Su-76, the artillery leader, the 122 for 2K, and Katusha, gross. Air tab here, the Po-2, IL-2M, the Yak-3 double vetted, one, so you get one of them, and then the IL-2M with the cluster. So let's dive in here. This should be something to see, honestly. All right, let's see. So a pretty aggressive push here from Koenig in this usual spot down this road that you can get in on. Actually, just kidding. No, it's pretty deep for that road, but he does have the traction, so that's definitely very possible. He's also going for the deeper forest over here. Up north, things light there. Actually, neither player committing to the north, so it looks like we'll see nothing there. Most of Jeff's units here going into the center. A light deployment here in the south. I mean, he's certainly not beating him to this flag. Koenig is the balance player, but we see him playing extremely aggressively here. Which is why I say all the time, Saboteur's going to wipe out this M42. It'll be a nice free kill here. Really nice. Yep, going to wipe those out. Saboteurs are wiped out really quickly. The Streltsy LKM is a very solid unit. It's SVTs and DP28, so a really good unit there. Kind of always what you wanted the Strelky DP to be and never really are. But Koenig's push here successful. Sappers these Ox are a solid long-range unit. They do have the double LMG, so they're not useless. These Fitzliazi are not so much. They are fully CQC. Here comes a T-34 blob, though. This is going to be the thing to have he has to deal with. All right, so T-34s are here. Let the tanking begin. Panhard goes down. Easy kill there. He's got the leadership there. Triple star T-34 76s can do some work. Strelzy LKM in the woods here, a little odd. But I guess right here posted up would be pretty good. Sappersy in a weird spot. They could just hop in this building, but they haven't yet. The Hotchkiss is doing a lot of work here. I mean, they're essentially 50 cals, which makes them quite annoying. The cannons, not great against T-34s. Even the lowered armor ones. They're phenomenal against other light armor, but not great there. Po2 finally forced off with a 25 mm. Strelzy LKM does catch out this Piechoty and Saboteur, which is actually a huge deal. This Su-57 pushing around here. Nice little aggressive play here by Jeff. SAS group here with their double Bren. Not exactly anything crazy, but certainly a unit. Sapazi Rock coming in, although misclick here probably in the reinforcements. He does not want this to happen. The Piechoty will kill those. Sapazi Rocks finally get into position here. Yeah, he can't be losing. These are a 30-point infantry unit. Be a big mistake for Jeff. Carrier Dushka finally in. This thing is great. I mean, it's a, again, the Dushka like a 50 cal, so doing the work. Saboteurs are dangerous. He has to be careful. Luckily for him, though, he moved, but now the Piechoty repositioning because the Hotchkiss or this group spotted these. I'm expecting at least one. Oh, he does unload in time. Nice save. He'll now wipe out that Piechoty. First IL-2 of the game in. These are very strong in first PLT. Very important. The Sabazi Rock cleared out all these infantry here. But the M42 gun did fully dodge that. IL-2 head-ons the P47. 25 mil will probably finish that off. It's flying directly over it. And the P47 will get back around and down the IL-2 goes. It's a big loss, actually. Those are really important to keep alive. Saboteur's still alive, along with the SAS group here. So Koenig's still getting that tick going on. Yeah, getting back, sorry. So, yeah, like I've talked about this many times in playing balanced. You do actually need to play against Maverick. You need to play aggressively in A phase. You got to get good positions early, you know, get some early trades. Do not play defensively and allow the Maverick player to get like a significant early lead, because then it's really hard to stay in the game and, you know, hold out into that C phase income. So you really got to push at the beginning, get some early ground, and make them, you know, come to you a little bit in B phase. Sabazi Rocks trying to find this FFI Saboteur, which will get caught out here, but is currently on a move order. So it's going to keep moving, and Sabazi Rocks are going to have a hard time actually shooting their guns at it. And the carbines are disabled, so that he's not firing, you know, at him. Now, when the Saboteur comes out here, though, he will be caught out in the open and will probably die pretty quick. Hotchkiss has still just been doing tons of work. This poor Fitzliazi just cannot get away from it. Yeah, he really wants this to be dead. There we go. That's a big kill, because otherwise he has to worry about this being over here all the time. T-34s are here. They should be able to force the Hotchkiss away at least. Su-76 going to go after that light AT gun there. Su-76 is really nice here because you can get into their own radio range. Really work it that way. I mean, here in A phase, DBSAS doesn't really have a response to these T-34s. The PAC-38 is about it, which is rough. I mean, the T-34s need to make ground here. Jeff Jefferson going a little too far back with these sappers now. I don't think he noticed that the Saboteur died. H-39 doing the only thing it does well, which is a light support of infantry. Doesn't really do much else. Killing off this leader would be huge. That's why he's so aggressively coming after it. Did find a Pack 38, though. That's a nice find. You would like to kill that. I mean, killing the leader is a bigger deal. Streltsy LKM is in as well. What did he find? Pack 38 as well. He's finally just moving it. He can't go in the building because the thing flamed it already. Nice kill. Okay, so the leader down. There's another one here, so it's not like the radio's gone and stuff, but that still takes away that really important veterancy. Now they can start firing at the Pack 38 again. And do take it out. All right, so Jeff getting some nice kills here. The problem is he still hasn't actually gained any ground, but he has brought it back to a 12-12. He's got a free 13-11 here if he just pushes this. SU-57 misses the Panhard. It's a nice hiding spot. Can pick up any reinforcements here, but Koenig did, you know, see this happen, so that's why he's just moving this Pack 38 up nice and easy. And the SU-57's out pretty far, so that Pack 38 is going to see it. The Panhard and them are going to, like, at the same time. It's going to be really nice, actually. And down it'll go. I mean, the infantry just getting forced down. Here comes the T-34 blob. Still 2 minutes left here, A phase. Pack 38 against the T-34, though, is really important. Needs to get this down. There's a pen. And there's one T-34 down. P-47 with the rockets will take another one out. And that's the leader one. So two T-34s are down. 37 mil is in to try to prevent that. It just wasn't able to. P-47s are very strong. Another half track down now. Pack 38's doing a lot of work here. This one bounces, though. So T-34 dodges out of the way. Panhard goes down. As Jeff is making a lot of progress here in the middle. Reinforcements pouring in. I can't believe he hasn't pushed forward. I mean, DBSAS's CQC is solid with the Maquisards and stuff, but not better than a Sapazee Rocks, that's for sure. Po2 going to take a poke around here, and maybe then he'll actually move in. Streltsy LKM should actually be able to kill this, I would think. Nah, it's got 60 millimeters of armor. I guess not. So yeah, these infantry just kind of sopping up ammunition. IL-2 going way deep. Yeah, he's not getting by that 25. He's going to lose this now to the P-47 fighter that's, I'm assuming, going to come in here. A little bit too aggressive there. T-34 at max range versus the Pack is in an okay spot. Should be pretty safe, especially two of them. Yeah. So taking those out is just really, really important. T-70s do dodge. Pack 38 down. IL-2 does go down to the P-47. Now, if the 37 mil can pick up this kill, that would be probably a worthwhile trade in terms of points, not in terms of actual cards. He's down to one more IL-2 bomber, which is really bad, actually, because, again, that unit is pretty key to this division. I don't think he's going to get this kill. Nope, gets away. I mean, damage to heck, sure, but... The thing Jeff has to do now, though, is get this flag and this one. Get that 15-9. He's still really dragging his feet here. I mean, obviously, he's spending his micro energy here in the center. What are these things? Okay, they're just Aptos. We are now in B phase zone. Here comes a Jagdpanzer IV, and this is going to be an issue. Really, the only thing that's realistically killing these is either the SU-85 or the IL-2 cluster. Otherwise, this thing is essentially a brick wall. Hellcat APCR doing what American APCR does. Critical cheesing. I do not care for the 2K American APCR. I think it's absolutely crap. The only reason APCR is not OP in the first place is because it has the shorter range. You know, you got to work with it a lot more. If you take that away and give it longer range, then it becomes absolutely disgusting. Avtos winning this out quite easily with the help of some support guns. We do see a 15-9 finally here, with this flag currently held, but probably not for long. Yep, there's the flip. But on that note, it is now Maverick income time. Let's see if first can get it done. Su-85's in for this Jagdpanzer IV, no doubt. See both Hellcats. How many Hellcats does he have? 6. Oh, there's 6 Hellcats, so that's going to be a while. I mean, the T-34s do fine against Hellcats as long as they get in range. The thing is, the Hellcat does have 250 meters more range. T-70's nice units here. Nice super cheap tanks to be able to boss these Hotchkisses out of the way. Sapperty Rock's finally pushing forward. As we're back to a 13-11 because this flag here. So when the Hotchkiss goes down, but the group, the SES group here might keep pressure on this flag. No, it doesn't look like it. So 15-9 incoming here. T-34 is doing a nice job of holding this stuff down. Here's the 122. Does take out the PaK-38 easy. It is out of range for that Jagdpanzer IV, though, so he needs to fall that back. But there is now PaK-40s to contend with, although you only get 3 of them. And there's the 15-9 again. So Jeff in a nice spot here. He's got an early 15-9 in B phase. Plenty of B phase to go. Second Su-76 coming in. It has been working. It's pushed several units out of position. It doesn't do a ton of damage. Ooh. Misses and takes a full hit there. See ammo? For what? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Oh, for the Hellcats. For the APCR and the Hellcats. That is what that is for. T-70s have to be very careful, of course. The Jagdpanzer IV can kill them easily. Like, hilariously easy. What is this going after? Oh, remember, it is just artillery, too, so, you know, technically speaking. For some reason, it's on return fire? Not sure what exactly its goal is there. 2-man recon team is spotted there, but is killed before the Hotchkiss can finish the job. Su-85 is, of course, the only thing that's really dangerous to this Jagdpanzer IV on the ground. T-34 is, of course, on the side, but certainly not from the front like this. T-47 AT gets in, kills one of the T-70s. 122 cannot get the job done, unfortunately. Now T-34 leader goes down. That's a bad loss because you don't want to lose that leadership. Now there is some here still, but still. Triple star Avtos doing the work, but unfortunately they can't do enough work here. I'm surprised he was up in this building and not in this one. Su-85 is rushing to the side here to try to get a line on this Jagdpanzer IV. T-70 versus Panhard. Panhard probably going to get this. Oh, no, gets the first shot, but doesn't bounce. Gets a pen. Bounces again. These really don't have a lot of penetration. Ooh, but apparently neither does that. There we go. T-70 does pick up that win, but the Maquisards are able to get in position in time. Currently now just a 14-10. Oh, I was like, what are the Su-85 shooting at? They do have their APCR on. They're looking for definite pens here. Jeff trying to dig in. There's an APCR. Bounces on the Jagdpanzer IV. That sucks. And a crew kill, instant kill from the Hellcat Jagdpanzer IV. I mean, he was already dead from the stupid Hellcat APCR. Oh, the saboteurs are spotting this dude standing out in the open. Wow, I can't believe that Su-85 got bodied so hard. I don't love those things, as you well know, but he's down to 1 after these 2. There's 1 in the tank right now. Double 37 mil, really looking to shut down those P-47s. All right, so the 122 can definitely try to force this Maquisard out and get this flag. But he is losing a lot of infantry here. Yeah, and the other thing is, First Piechoty does not have a ton of radio. He could call in an Su-76, like the AT variant, which does have radio on it. Where is this Su-85 trying to get to? I mean, he's trying to find some sort of side shot. That much is obvious. I mean, this would be the time to go. The Hellcats are currently not present. So you'd be 2v1ing this Jagdpanzer IV, which is obviously what you want to be doing. Katusha going to take a stab at this. Some good hits, actually, from the Katusha. Will panic the Jagdpanzer IV, allow the Su-85's time to get in there. Maybe not suck a big one this time. They're shooting the MG. There we go. Misses the first APCR. Bounces the second one. Finally gets the kill. Jagdpanzer IV down now. There is a second one. And it looks like now, though, Koenig developing an assault up north here. He was able to slow down things here in the middle enough that he was able to deploy those units to other places. Su-85 misses its first shot in the Hellcat. Hellcat falls back. Other one fires. Misses its APCR. H-39 goes down. Gets out of range of that Hellcat. APCR reloading. Here comes the P-47. The AA's here, but it's all in the middle. And there's really nothing up north at all. Reinforcements have been moved in, but not AA reinforcements. This P-47 going to eviscerate. Oh, this 37 mil in the town, just far enough forward. That is the bonus of like pushing your AA forward, is you get those moments where they can catch things out in other parts of the map. We only have 2 minutes left here, B phase. And Koenig has really rebuilt his forces nicely here. Really decreased his losses. Has now grabbed this random flag here. 37 mil moving in. So the AA net quite thick here. The 122 is not able to finish the job. A lot of targets here. Very target-rich environment. The Sapodizzy Rocks 1v1ing this Maquisard. Obviously, it'll win, but he does have the second one. He should move forward. Su-76 is a fallen silent at the moment. Infantry unload really far back and now have to walk in, which could be pretty bad, actually. Descents are now here. They're Tenko Desaniki. That's what they really are. Here comes the planes. Going to once again managing to build up a massive air force. As the P-47 rockets go wide. Actually do not get the kill. And even with 3 AA pieces here. Misclick here clearly on the AA because it's just on a move order right now. .122 does take out an MG-34, so another support weapon down. 12-12. This flag, there's no reason to be losing this, honestly. Yeah, these Descents kind of went to the wrong side. They probably should have gone over here to try to get into CQC with these units. Sassa Pair, though, very strong. 8 carbines, 4 Stens. Put out a lot of damage. Jeff is still on a single tick, but that is not enough to survive C-phase. He has recaptured this flag. He needs to... He got this one... There we go, 15. I was about to say. He absolutely needs to get this flag back. There's no reason to not have that. So a nice bombing or arty strike or something. Katusha strike falling blind on absolutely nothing. The Descents do get in. Covers everything, guys. Covers everything. And these Descents should do quite well here. And there's 2 of them, too. So they should be able to handle this quite well. 37 mil better, needs to be careful. It's pretty out there. Tons of reinforcements rolling in, though. Question is, will Koenig shift again? Is this hill pression? Nope, not this time. One Sapodizzy Rocks is down, actually. But the infantry are forced back now. Some Streltsy LKM moving forward to help. MG-34 wiped out. These 122s doing some really nice work here. And the 59, and a nice 59 here at the moment. I would say a relatively secure 59. I mean, this flag is definitely on the brink all the time. But these infantry are quite strong, and having to work through them is tough. First Piechoty, an old division, but has honestly really held up well over the years. Sapodizzy, overly aggressive push here. Not sure what his goal was with that. Not sure if he thought he would find a big hole there, but he certainly did not. As the 250 cal units just kind of blast each other. Love it. Pretty hilarious, actually. T-34 is pouring in there. Pack 40 on the hill doing some work. The descents throw the Maquisards back. But they're out of cover and out of Molotovs at the moment, so they will go down. Nice kill there. Maquisards can easily kill the Streltsy LKM at close range. And now a fresh push down here by Koenig. Koenig does take out these Maquisards, but here comes the P-47 and the bomber cover for it. Oh, he's just going for a straight strafe. The F6s, okay. Desant's coming. I mean, here's the thing. Jeff is burning through infantry really fast. I mean, he really is. Cavalry scouts do go down, so the bazooka's gone for now. There's really no reason for Jeff to push much harder because there's nothing else to get here. Now, he could try to clear out these buildings, but even then, it's really hard with the armor here to really make any more progress. This 122 is just so slightly out of range of this. There we go. Let's see if he lands a heat. That would be huge. Ooh, 122 goes down here to this cavalry scout. Oh, big bombs from the A-20. Oh, that was devastating. It didn't do a ton of damage, actual like damage, but that was still pretty massive. As these cavalry scouts sneak in now, finding some free descents to shoot at. The northern push has been mostly contained. There's a lot of units here now, but it is sea phase. Another flag grabbed here. If this Streltsy can stay alive, I mean, it's just a one-man squad, but if it stays out of line of sight here, that will be a nice unit to have there. As this support gun has free access to shooting the crap out of these things. And it will take all the pleasure in doing so. Although now it's re-aiming. I mean, so far, ooh, this 37 mil is probably going to get killed unless he unloads it right now. The half-tracks are held up. You see a Katusha take out the Hellcat, and the Sherman there did die to this 122. Now, there's a 105 here. We finally see a plane go down. Uh-oh, something happened. Something happened. Something's going on. All right, there we go. We did see a plane actually go down on Koenig's side. Which is impressive, honestly, because Koenig does not lose planes very often, I'll be honest. Streltsy find the cavalry scouts, take him out. 37 mil, do spot this cavalry scout. Will he take him out? Probably not. 37 mils are not great anti-infantry units. Oh, no, he's doing it. He's doing the work. Should be able to kill that. All right. Impressive, impressive. Slow clap, slow clap. Or I should say more like golf clap for that. Very nice. So Maquisard goes down, but the 105 is going to kill that 122. That's a painful loss. That is a lot of points. 80, right? How many points is that? 75. It's not as bad as I thought, but still, he's lost 2 of those now. Three of them. As Jeff holds on to his 15-9 jealously. There's a lot of T-34s just chilling here. Now, there's a Pack 38, but it's actually out of position, and so it's a Hellcat. So these could poke around and clear out a lot of this. But here comes another fresh push here from Koenig. Hellcat finally down. As the Su-85 now after the M4A3. Now, the AA wall, can it do the job? It does. It actually does. Can they actually kill this P-47? I would hope 3 double vet 37 mils could do the job, but they're actually aiming at this F6 instead of the P-47. Big oopsie there. M4A3 does go down. That's brutal. Oh, infantry go down in the transport. T-34 is now here, can kill these off. Armored rifle, though, with the bazooka. Nice kill. Can it finish this off? It does not. Ooh, another T-34 down. Scouts are spotted. M4 A176 taking out some recon units. Back to a 1410 as the push down south is thickened up, but there is some leadership here now. These infantry now even more dangerous. But I have to imagine Jeff is slow on infantry at this point. He's called them in aggressively. Things still, I mean, he's got to survive 10 more minutes unless he can find another flag, which right now is looking a little tough with this recent loss here. Oh, I don't like it. I mean, he's looking at, I mean, he probably will take out all this stuff. And that'll be pretty devastating. Those are some key support units back there. But the northern push finding some traction here. Although down south, the flag is currently held. Koenig has successfully made this push here down south so far. Sapazee rocks. I mean, triple star Sapazee rocks should do some work. Off map on its way. Might even pick up this ammo, which would be huge. It's the ammo that actually would be the most devastating to lose. Here we go. I mean, the 37 mils, obviously, too. So, Katusha, 37 mil. Okay. I mean, this 37 mil is still alive. As long as there's not, like, any more random... they're still coming down. I mean, this surviving is pretty huge. I mean, obviously the loss of the AA is pretty painful, but not backbreaking just yet. Char B1 versus these T-34s. Kind of hilarious. Down it goes pretty easily. Jeff back to a 15-9. Only 3 minutes left here. Koenig in a lot of trouble. He's got quite a force down south, but there is plenty of units facing him. He's got to work through. Su-85 managed to... I mean, he's really holding off this dangerous armor pretty well. Although this is about to square up against this Su-85 facing the wrong direction. Yep, naturally gets the first pen. Can he land the hit? He does not, and now it'll go down. Oh, that's brutal, because this has already taken one hit, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually really brutal. Because now I think he's like out of Su-85s. Flag grabbed again. 17-7 here for Jeff. And Jeff is just throwing units now. Like he knows he's got 2.5 minutes. He's got to hold these flags. And another off map. Swinging the push up north as all the units are now falling back. I hate off map so much. I really do. Because all of a sudden now it's a 13-11 as this flag grabbed as well. Western Allied divisions make me so mad. So it looks like, yeah, oh, here's the A-20 again. 37 mil, not enough to stop it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Jeff was in such a commanding spot a moment ago. And now just all the big boomy cheese crap from Koenig is just all of a sudden... Oh. Kill it. Kill it. Wow, T-34. Come on, bro. There it is. Yes, I'm rooting against Koenig here because, again, Western Allied divisions are not a fan. The last Su-85 here does get the crew fallback here on the M4A1. Will it get the kill? That would be huge. Missing a key shot as a leader unit flies in here. Okay, and that's an option. Su-76 has actually survived that? Okay, that's shocking. Grabs the flag again. Jeff is pulling out all the cheese moves as well to try to get these flags. 25 mil is here, but it's weirdly behind a building and hasn't started firing yet. Oh, the 50 cals do it. Like I said, that little 50 cal difference does push off the M4A1s for a little bit. Leader is down. Flag flipped again back to a 14-10. As the flag down south now under pressure as well. All those infantry gone. That A-20 doing just too much damage. P-47 finally goes down. Su-85 overwhelmed. Su-76 goes down as well. Things falling apart here for Jeff. It's a 12-12. Oh, no. No way. And Jeff looking... And here's the thing. In an attempt to hold those flags, Jeff was throwing points around, which was not the wrong choice. It just was the choice he made, and it was working. And unfortunately, DBSAS has a few too many big boomy things that just kind of destroyed several of those pushes. And all of a sudden now, there's not that many units on the map. When you look, there's not actually a lot of blue going on. Does manage to squeak another 13-11. I mean, if he can clear out this quick before they get into position, that would be huge. Of course, he's risking his arty, but you know, at this point, they're not doing that much else. The front line is a little bit too fluid for the arty to like really help. Half track goes down again. Rifleman with the BAR. They still have one bazooka shell left. 14-10 here. SU-76 does get the kill, but they can't see the SAS group here, which will hold this flag because of their commando / technically raider trait. 37 mil caught out there. That's huge. May allow a P-47 to get through here. Jeff's got the tick going again. More reinforcements pouring in, though. Maximum loads, it can't do anything at this range. But there are some T-70s here. Can they finish it off in time? 13-11. I mean, Jeff is so close. Look at just how the center has completely collapsed. 12-12. Units dying everywhere. That balanced income doing its work. As Koenig is able to just push everywhere. And now all of a sudden it is 13-11 here for Koenig. And notice we don't really see any infantry coming in here from Jeff Jefferson. I have a feeling he's out. And Koenig, sensing the blood in the water, is pushing everywhere now. These half-tracks just cheese pushing everywhere they can find. SAS Piechoty will kill this universal carrier, I would assume, unless it misses and this thing can actually pin it in time. It does not miss. SU-76s have gotten so much value right here. It's like brutal value. Here comes the Hellcat, though. 37 mil going to go down here. Flip that flag again. Was actually able to grab this flag back. Hellcat bailed out. But now the southern front collapsed. 13-11 here again for Koenig. And I'm not sure Jeff is able to close this out. Half track goes down. Now another flag is gone, and there's just nothing here. I mean, there's nothing. Yeah, Jeff's just calling out, oh my god, 2 A-20s. And there goes the northern units. And it's a 16-8 now for Koenig. What a flip. Oh, the Rifles BA are going to take out these SU-76s. Oh, so brutal. And yeah, I mean, Koenig pulled off a freaking game. Like, holy crap. That was a masterclass in